Welcome back to KLR, the Photo Guru YouTube channel. This is KL Raja Ponsing. Have you ever tried taking pictures of people where the background is beautifully out of focus? I know that all of us like the pictures where the background is out of focus and your subject stands out beautifully. And we like the pictures where you have a lot of bouquets, where the background becomes a beautiful, colorful circles. How to make all these pictures? Is there any secret for that? No, it's very simple. There are only about 4 techniques or 4 tips you have to remember to shoot beautiful portraitures with background out of focus. The first point here is use a lens which is having a larger maximum apertures. You can call them as fast lenses. These lenses come with the maximum apertures like f2.8, 1.8, 1.4 and 1.2. When the aperture of the lens opens wider, the depth of field becomes very shallow. Incidentally, it affects the background and the background becomes totally out of focus. Many times you want the background to be out of focus for some reason or other. Sometimes the background is meaningless, or sometimes the background is distracting, or sometimes the background should not be there because you're not able to choose another angle. So when you're not able to change your point of view or the angle, or we're not able to change the composition, the best way is to make the background out of focus. Well, apart from that, in general, if the background is out of focus, the portrait stands out. So use maximum aperture of your lens and buy fast lenses with larger aperture openings and make the background beautifully out of focus. Another point to be noted here is the focal length of the lens that you are using to shoot a portraiture. When you use a long focal length lenses like 100 mm and above, say 100 mm or 135 mm or 150 mm or 200 mm, so these focal length ranges could very easily make the background out of focus. For example, if you are shooting with a 50 mm lens at f2.8, the same shot you are trying with 200 mm lens at f2.8, then you can understand that the 200 mm shot is 4 times more blurry in the background when compared to the 50 mm shot. So whenever you are using long lenses like this, you will be able to make the background comfortably out of focus because these lenses are not only fast. This has got a 2.8 aperture. At the same time, the focal length starts from 70, it goes up to 200. So you can stop anywhere between 70 to 200 and make a beautiful composition, get the beautiful out of focus of the background. The next point is shooting from a closer distance. You have a lens with a maximum aperture, you are shooting with a long lens, but still you'll be able to get an effectively out of focus background if you're able to move closer to the subject. That means the distance between the subject and the camera has to be as near as possible. When you go away, you get the background sharper. So I don't want that. So go near and try to make the background out of focus. So if you move closer, the background becomes more blurry. So it is very simple. The closer the camera, blurrier the background. And the fourth point is very simple. If it is possible sometime, you can increase the distance between the subject and the background. If the subject is standing close to the background, it is almost impossible to make the background out of focus. Say for example, somebody is leaning on a wall. How come you make the wall out of focus? It's impossible because the plane of the subject and the plane of the wall is almost the same. So try to increase the distance between the background and the subject so that you can effectively make the background out of focus. This is possible only when the subject is under your disposal. You can try this. So there are actually 4 points. Let me just recall all the 4 points quickly. Number 1, use wider aperture lenses like 2.8, 1.4 and 1.2. Use long focal length lenses above 100 mm lens and shoot from a closer distance. Try to increase the distance between the background and the subject to shoot a beautiful portraiture with background out of focus. Hope you find this information useful. If you find the information useful, please like the video, share it and subscribe to KLR the Photo Guru YouTube channel and press the bell button for the updates. I will catch up with similar videos in future. Take care.